Hello movie collector fans, welcome back to the channel for yet another unboxing. This time we're going to be unboxing something from one of my favourite sci-fi franchises, if you like. That is the Alien franchise. And in my opinion, Alien, best sci-fi out there. One of my favourite sci-fis out there. I think at the time it was classed as horror originally, the first one. But, you know, I wouldn't exactly call it horror myself. I'd just call it sci-fi, but that's just me. But Alien was... I remember seeing Alien. I was really, really young. And I remember being scared of Alien. So maybe it was classed as horror, for me at least. But what scared me wasn't actually so much the alien itself. It was the scene where the alien busts out of John Hurt's chest. I think that was just like terrifying to me at the time, but I was very young. But yeah, absolutely love Alien. Even to this day I love Alien. The only thing I love more in Alien was the sequel Aliens. I think that Aliens was the best of them all. It really, really was. It was so fast paced, full of suspense and drama, which is what you want in a movie anyway. The third one, I was never a big fan of. I thought it was slow, lacked storyline, lacked pace. I'd go on a limb and say it was boring. But the fourth one, and I know this isn't going to be very popular with people, Alien Resurrection, I absolutely loved. I think they nailed it. But I know it wasn't popular with the fans. But the prequels, I'm not a huge fan of. I'll watch them, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed watching them. But I watched them just to see the story layout. I do actually have them on DVD, just so they're part of the collection, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of it. I would be a fan in a sequel. You know, I know they've teased there will be a sequel. Whether they will or not, I don't know. Sigourney Weaver's open to do it, but she's getting kind of old now, so whether it would actually happen, that's the thing now. But it'd be good if we could see it. So, all that aside, what are we going to be unboxing today? Well, of course, we've got to be unboxing Ripley herself. Now, I've actually had this in my collection now for, must be about 5 years, maybe even 6, I don't know. And originally I was just going to keep it in box, you know, because we all want, you know, in-box stuff as collectors. But in the last year I've sort of changed my thought process on that, and I've started opening things up. I'm never going to sell this on, and it's a shame just to have it sitting in the box when it could be on display proper. So I think today's the day we're going to be unboxing Helen Ripley. So let's get the unboxing knife out and start unboxing Helen Ripley. So here we go. We've got the figure of Helen Ripley itself. This is actually from the Alien movie, and of course this came out to commemorate the 35th anniversary. Now what we can see in the box straight away, we can see Ripley herself, the cat that she had. I can't remember the name of the cat actually, come think about it. Jones, I think it was. I think it was Jones now I think about it. And of course the little flamethrower thing, which personally I think, I can't remember now. Yes, she did have a flamethrower in the first one, I think, if I remember rightly now. And see the back here, in space no one can hear you scream. And it just gives a little blurb of the thing. I'm not actually going to bore you by reading all that. Also available, this is the one we have here in the middle, but there's also 2 other characters, Ripley in the jumpsuit from the end of the movie. And I can't remember his character's name because it actually has been a little while. I would like the Xenomorph figure. I've definitely got to get a Xenomorph. So let's open it up and see what it comes out at. Now, this is going to be one of those that's really, really difficult to open up. I don't know why they do these. It's just so annoying trying to do this. I'm going to try and do this so I don't slice my fingers off. I know that wouldn't be fun. Well, maybe it would be for people watching, but... So let's try our best just to... We can just open it initially and get through the first part. And, oh, this is definitely not going to happen, is it? So... I don't know why they have to make everything so difficult to open, but... You know, maybe because they don't want you open it, they want you to keep just displaying the box. This is not going to be the most glamorous unboxing there, but we're in. So, oh, the cat's fell out, so we'll deal with that later. This figure itself, very decent, I think. I don't know why they have to put these ties on everything. Let's not try and cut them, let's just try and twist them. That'll probably be the better option, because trying to cut them might cut into the figure itself, and don't want that. Look, it's really tight in the packaging, so I don't understand why it's going to have all these little ties on as well. It's just really annoying. So I apologise for my grumblings here. Let's take the ties off. It looks about 7 inches maybe in size, the figure. Probably similar to the Captain Archer figure I have from Enterprise, that sort of size. Actually do a comparison with another moment. So the figure's free. Oh, it stands up really well, actually. That's really good. See, no ties holding this in. Or no ties holding the cat in. Yet 4 or 5 holding... The cat doesn't stand up. Oh, yes, it does. Now, the figure itself, it's not got no movement whatsoever in its head. Some articulation in the arms. It's very small articulation in the legs, so not really many photo opportunities, I don't think, in the future. It's just going to have to be a display piece. It's annoying that she's tilting her head down like that, though. And no movement whatsoever in the head. So let's take a better camera angle and a closer look at the Helen Ripley figure. Now here we have a closer up picture of the figure itself. Now the actual sculpt itself is pretty, let's see if we can get it pick up, there we go. The sculpt itself is pretty decent, really, as far as figures go. Strangely though, there's like a little gap in there, the bottom of the head, yet there's no movement in the head whatsoever. You can't even tilt it back properly. Actually, it looked like it moved then, but that's actually the waist that's moving. There's some movement in the mid-body there. Slight movement. Don't see the point of that movement at all, really. You'd have thought at least the head would have moved back. Movement in the arms, pretty decent. Got some grippy hands. Whether it'll actually grip the weapon itself, I don't know. Not bad. Usually with these types of figures, they've got like a silicone type clothing, but this one's more just plastic. A little bit of movement in the legs, bit of articulation there, in the limbs and in the feet. One good thing about this figure, she does stand up really well, which is always good, because you always want that, especially seeing as they don't provide a stand. But yeah, pretty decent. Has she got many photo opportunities in the future for this figure? I don't think so. So what I'll do is I will put some close-up pictures on the end of the video, and let's take a look at the weapon itself. Yeah, that's pretty decent actually, well made that. This is my concern. That's going to break really easy. I can feel that. It's really flimsy. So, yeah, it's pretty decent. Bit bent there, but yeah, not bad. And of course, Jones, the cat. Pretty sure its name was Jones. Well, we'll have to look that up, and for me, I'm second guessing myself now whether it was called Jones. Yeah, the cat, I don't think they needed to put the cat in there really, but yeah, it's pretty decent. I really like this figure though, and it's definitely going on display. So there we have it, the Helen Ripley figure, and I've actually managed to put the flamethrower in her hand there, and that goes round the back there, so that's turned out quite well actually. I'm quite impressed with that. Whether she stands up with that, I don't know. I will check that in just a few moments. And just for a fact, the cat was called Jones, and he was also referenced as Jonesy, so yeah. So as figures go, yeah, definitely pretty good size. Is it the same size roughly as Captain Archer as we talked about earlier? Yeah, I think Captain Archer is slightly bigger. I really like Captain Archer. I should do a video about Captain Archer, but yeah, I might do that in the future. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. We're going to be doing another unboxing pretty soon. I'm going to be unboxing Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy, so please come back for that. But until next time, take care.